Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here. And Apple just released their new lineup of iPhones, the iPhone 13 lineup. These actually got shipped to me yesterday. However, I was out of town at one of my best friend Lenny's weddings, so I was unable to make a video. Congrats to Lenny. Anyways, now's the time to check out the new iPhone 13. In this video, we are going to compare the 13 and the 13 mini. And then you'll see behind me, I have the 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max, all in different colors. This video will come tomorrow. Make sure you click that subscribe button so you're notified when all of these videos go live. There'll be a lot of Apple iPhone content coming very soon. I even have the iPad mini, so videos on that as well. Anyways, let's go ahead and unbox the iPhone 13 and 13 mini. I'll show you what comes inside. And then, of course, we'll get some hands-on with the two devices, compare the two, talk about what's different. Let's get started. Here are the new iPhone 13s from Apple. We have the mini starting at $699 and the regular model starting at $799. Now, we will talk about all the differences throughout this video. As you can tell, I did get different colors in the two. We have Starlight on the regular and just blue on the mini. Pretty excited to see this kind of newer blue color. It is safe to assume they'll have the same thing in the box. However, let's go ahead and take open the iPhone 13 mini to start. There is that device. We're going to set it to the side, and very minimal packaging, very thin overall. We have designed by Apple in California, our SIM ejection tool, some information, and one Apple sticker. And finally, in the box, we have our USB Type-C to Lightning cable. No power brick whatsoever. They're continuing on that trend. And just to confirm, we have the exact same thing. There is that iPhone 13. And again, just our booklet with our sticker and same exact cable. So here they are side by side. The Starlight just essentially looks white. I do like this blue color. They went with a new diagonal design for the camera system. Let's peel off this front, revealing the display. And we're going to power on the device for the first time. And while it boots up, while both of these boot up actually, we're going to take a closer look in comparison of the hardware. So down at the bottom, just a little bit different. The mini, you'll see, has just less holes with the stereo speaker on the right and microphones on the left with some screws on the outside of that lightning connector port. Moving along the right side, this is just an antenna, I believe. And then you have your side button for power and activating Siri, and just a close look at that camera bump. Overall, fairly minimal. And then up towards the top, absolutely nothing. And along the left side, we have our switch for silent and ringer. They both have that orange coloring on the inside. There are our volume buttons and then our SIM ejection slot. And a quick look at the back and a close look at the differences in the color. You'll notice the white has that silver trim, whereas that blue has that blue trim going around it. Both of them have the same color Apple logo. And here are the cameras, the exact same camera system on the mini and the 13. So aside from putting the lenses diagonal, they have updated them. You have a 12 megapixel wide angle lens with optical image stabilization. So that's a nice update to see. And a new sensor for the ultra wide angle lens to help with those lower light shots with the ultra wide. So excited to test out these two camera systems. And a first look at the front, definitely noticing the notch up towards the top is just a little bit taller, but not as wide overall. Now I'm going to run through the startup process and talk about anything noteworthy. First things first, let's set up that Face ID, how to set it up, position your face in the camera. Obviously I have a camera in front of me and then move my head around. It's generally pretty quick, and first ID scan complete. And again, I have a light behind me, so the exposure looks really good. I have this light directly behind me. Hopefully the camera's not picking it up. But you'll see, scan has worked. So a little bit different. I'm not transferring any apps or data for now. However, within settings, you can turn Siri on and off, change the appearance, screen time, display zoom. Let's go ahead and customize all of those settings. As always, you get the option of light or a dark mode with an OLED display. Dark mode looks fantastic. True blacks on the screen. I like to actually set it up where I have light mode during the day and dark mode at night, which you can customize. It doesn't look like you can within the settings. And then display zoom if you want the icons and text to look a little bit larger or standard. And there we go. Welcome to iPhone. Obviously, I set up the iPhone 13 first. Let's go ahead and set up the mini and then compare the screens. So here's a close-up between the iPhone 13 and the 13 mini. The mini has a 5.4-inch display, whereas the regular has a 6.1-inch display. Now, the resolution is just a little bit different. However, the mini has 476 pixels per inch, whereas the regular has 460. So just a little bit more pixels per inch on the mini. Also worth noting, these are both 60 hertz displays, which does not look as good as the 120 hertz displays that are on the Pro models. I will compare those two in my video tomorrow. Also want to make note, pretty important, they actually increased the brightness from the 12 models from 625 to 800 nits, so you'll notice a little bit more brightness on these displays. So aside from the obvious size and display size difference, they also have a different sized battery. Obviously, the Mini has a smaller battery. However, I do believe they're going to get similar battery life. I'll have to test these out, and I'll talk about that in my full review. They did actually include a little bit larger battery than the previous models, which means it's just a little bit thicker. And unfortunately, previous cases will actually not fit. The 12 cases will not fit on the 13 models. So let's do a quick test of that face unlock. And looks like it unlocked right away. Again, I have this camera in front of me, a lot of light behind me. Tap the screen. Looks like it unlocks very quick and accurate as expected. And of course, these both have the new A15 chip from Apple, so you're gonna see better performance, probably a little bit more battery efficient as well. And then of course, you have that new camera system on the back. So let's go ahead and just test out a couple things. First of all, it prompts you with photographic styles, so personalize the look of your photos. So let's go ahead and just choose the style and see what options we have right out of the box. So you have standard, rich contrast, vibrant, warm, cool. So just out of the box, you have multiple options. Now for me, I generally like to edit in post. So after I take a picture, go through, Apple does a good job with their editing software. So I'm gonna stick with standard. I'll test more of these out to see if there's one that I like more than others. And of course, if I'm taking pictures of something different, I might not want the more rich contrast or the warmer feel. So I like to stick with standard overall. Anyways, let's go ahead and just snap just a couple quick pictures. And seems to be very quick, very snappy overall. And then obviously switching to that ultra wide angle lens includes just a lot more in the shot overall. There is the new cinematic video to add depth of field and change of focus while you are shooting video. So if we go ahead and hit record, it's supposed to just kind of switch back and forth between the focus, which I'm gonna have to do a lot more testing overall. It looks a little weird on the camera. It doesn't look like that in person, trust me. We go back into photo mode and you'll see this icon right here. You can actually switch on the fly if you'd like standard, rich contrast, vibrant, warm. So kind of nice that if you know a specific style that you like when you're taking a picture of a person, for example, you can just go into that and swap to it on the fly. You can change the aspect ratio as well. And then finally, the custom exposure is an option. No manual mode, unfortunately. And of course, these have the new iOS 15 on them, which is made for a separate video. Of course, I don't want to dive too deep into it right now. But anyways, that is it in terms of the unboxing of the iPhone 13 and 13 mini. I hope you enjoyed the comparison. Be sure to drop a comment. Let me know what you think if you're going to pick up one of these two models. Of course, the Pro model video coming very soon. Be sure to click that subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.